Down by the sea, where the starflowers sleep, and the waves sing secrets the moon wants to keep, stood an old, quiet lighthouse of ivory and stone that hadn't shone light in an age all its own. Its keeper was Nell, with hair silver gray, who watched over ships in her own gentle way. Though the beacon was broken, its glass cracked with years, she stayed through the salt, the storms, and the tears. She brewed pots of tea when the clouds gathered low, and mended old nets with a patient, slow flow. "I still have a job," she would often explain, "to sing to the sea when it's heavy with rain." Each night she would hum from the rocks by the shore, a tune that the seabirds had started to adore. And though the waves roared or the wind lost its grace, her song made the ocean a much softer place. One evening, just after the dusk swept the sand, a boy came ashore with a map in his hand. He drifted for days with no compass or light, just following whispers that came in the night. "I heard there was hope where the lighthouse once burned," he said, through a voice that was fragile and turned. "I've lost where I'm going, and worse, who I am, and the stars disappeared when the storm really began." Nell took his cold hands, and she gave him a shell that hummed with the echoes of tide and of spell. "This place," she said softly, "remembers the true. You may not recall it, but it hasn't lost you." She made him a bed out of linen and lace, and told him, "The sea is a mirror, not a race. Let the waves tell your story, not where you've been lost, but how you still floated, no matter the cost." The boy fell asleep with her song in his ears, and dreamt of a lighthouse alive through the years. He dreamt of a fire that still flickered inside, of a voice on the wind that had never once lied. And come morning, a wonder, the light had returned. The glass once all fogged now peacefully burned. Not bright like a beacon to banish the dark, but soft like a lantern that cradles a spark. He stayed for a while, learned to gather the rain, to stitch broken sails, to listen again. And when he was ready, he sailed off one dawn, with Nell on the rocks still singing him on. Now sailors all say, when the coast disappears, and the sea tries to echo your doubts and your fears, if you follow the hum of the wind's oldest song, you'll find the lighthouse where all lost belong.